Welcome back to The Legal Brief, the show where we crush the various legal myths and misinformation surrounding various areas of the gun world. I'm your host, Adam Kraut, and today we're talking about determining your barrel length and your gun's overall length. The Transformer rail from Manticore Arms offers unparalleled versatility for both the AR-15 and now AK platform rifles. This free-floating rail system allows you to attach both M-LOK and key mod segments, Picatinny rail segments, as well as a host of other options. You can bet that almost any attachment will work. Available in OD green, flat dark earth, and of course black, this lightweight setup might be just what you need. To get 10% off anything you buy, use the code TGC10 at manticorearms.com. Some of you watching may be asking, why would I ever need to determine my barrel length or overall length? As you may remember from the recent video on short barrel rifles and short barrel shotguns, barrel length and overall length are the criteria for being classified as either an SBR or an SBS. If you missed that episode or you're not sure what I'm talking about, be sure to check out the rest of the Legal Brief episodes here on the Gun Collective. So how does one measure the length of a barrel? The ATF procedure to measure the length of a barrel is to measure from a closed bolt or breech face to the furthest end of the barrel or a permanently attached muzzle device. But Adam, you said we're talking about measuring the barrel. Why are you talking about measuring a permanently attached muzzle device? ATF considers a muzzle device that has been permanently attached to be part of the barrel and therefore counts towards the length. Ways to permanently attach a muzzle device include full fusion gas or electric steel seam welding, high temperature silver solder, the kind that's 1100 degrees or more, or blind pinning and welding over the pinhead, which is the most common way used. If your muzzle device is not permanently attached using one of those methods, you must remove it in order to properly determine the length of the barrel. After you've determined whether or not your muzzle device is permanently attached, or you've removed it from the barrel, the next step is to locate some sort of dowel or rod. A wooden one works just fine. Drop the dowel or rod into the barrel until it touches the closed bolt or breech face. Mark the outside of the rod at the end of the muzzle crown if you don't have a permanently attached muzzle device, or at the end of the muzzle device if it is permanently attached. Remove the rod and measure from the mark to the end of the rod. And that's your barrel length. Remember, we're talking about super technical stuff here. If the barrel length is less than 16 inches, it is possible the firearm could be a short barrel rifle if you're building a rifle or if it already is a rifle. And if the barrel length is less than 18 inches, it is possible the firearm could be a short barrel shotgun. Again, if you're building a shotgun or it already is a shotgun. Both of these firearms would be subject to the purview of the National Firearms Act and would require the firearm to be registered accordingly. Keep your eyes peeled for a future episode on how to fill out a Form 1. The overall length of your rifle or shotgun may also classify it as either a short barrel rifle or a short barrel shotgun. So how do we determine that overall length? Once again, we turn to ATF's procedure on how to figure that out. The overall length of the firearm is the distance between the muzzle of the barrel and the rearmost portion of the weapon measured on a line parallel to the axis of the bore. Seems simple enough, right? Two things to bear in mind when determining the overall length of your rifle or shotgun. First, if it's got a permanently attached muzzle device, that counts towards the overall length. Second, if the rifle or shotgun has a collapsible stock, it's measured with the stock fully extended. The stock extended is a departure from how some states require individuals to measure the overall length of the firearm. That said, as always, we're discussing federal law, but be aware of the difference if you happen to reside in one of those states. Don't forget, if you've determined the overall length of either your shotgun or rifle to be less than 26 inches, it's either a short barrel shotgun or a short barrel rifle. Once again, as with the barrel length, if this is the case, the firearm is an NFA firearm and must be registered as such. If in either instance you have a gun that falls under the NFA but's not registered, you are violating federal law. And the penalties associated with violations are only about $250,000 and 10 years imprisonment or both, and that's if the maximum penalties have been levied against you. Also, that firearm's subject to forfeiture. In other words, don't have possession of an unregistered short barrel rifle or short barrel shotgun.
Bad baby, bad baby!
Hopefully you have a better understanding on the proper way to determine your barrel length and firearm's overall length. If you guys like this episode, you know what to do. Hit that like button and share it around with your friends. Have a question you want answered on the show? Head on over to the Legal Brief section on theguncollective.com. Be sure to check out my website, adamkraut.com, for more information on my quest to serve you on the NRA Board of Directors. And don't forget to like the Gun Collective on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Full30 Snapchat, and wherever else you can catch us on social media. And as always, thanks for watching.
The shirts worn in today's episode of The Legal Brief have been provided by Patriot Patch. Click the link in the description to learn more.